Hello and welcome to a follow-up video to my last challenge video where I saw how far I could get in Pokemon Emerald Kaizo with just a Weedle. And we didn't manage to get very far, but it was a fun video, so I thought I would do a sequel where we let the Bug King evolve.
Yes! Yes!
Letting the Bug King evolve is certainly going to improve our chances of getting anywhere in this literal devil world that is Pokemon Emerald Kaizo. But I'm still not that optimistic about our chances of beating the whole game. Although, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is for you lot to enjoy the pain I have to go through while I do this suicide run. There was definitely points during this run where I wanted to cry like Peter Parker in Spider-Man. But anyway, I've put it off for as long as I can. Let's see how far we can get in Pokemon Emerald Kaizo with just a Beedrill.
You are really fucked now!
So after doing all the intro bollocks, I went through the usual process of catching Weedles until I had one with the nature Adamant. Because even though we're letting him evolve this time, he still needs all the attack he can get. And I actually caught myself 2 Weedles of Adamant because this ROM hack adds a lot of double battles. And I think it's only fair that Bongzilla gets some backup in the double battles. You know, to give me a little bit of slack in this run. And I named his partner in crime Sleep after the stoner metal band of the same name. Because some of you might not know this, but Bongzilla is named after a stoner metal band himself. So I thought this would be an ideal name for his backup. Man, if I ever do a 6 Beedrill run, I need to name all the Beedrills after stone metal bands. It'll be like how Master Splinter and the Ninja Turtles named his sons after great artists. Except with stoner metal. Anyway, give it up for the tag team champions of the world, Sleep and Bongzilla! Sorry, had to do that. There was no theme tune in the last video, and that's a crime against humanity. And with that out of the way, it's finally time to let Bongzilla evolve for the first time in one of my challenge videos. Ooh, a Kakuna. Pretty awesome, but it ain't a Beedrill. Oh, here he comes, the Bug King's true form. Gaze upon his mighty visage, for this is his true final form.
Just saying that gave me a semi.
Well, with the Bug King in tow, we easily take out the first few trainers, which feels great after the trouble from the Weedle run. And it was still fun killing the heinous green villain that is Caterpie.
I don't like this one bit.
Who would have thought that having access to a move that isn't Poison Sting would be a net positive? It really is nice just killing all these inferior bugs with Beedrill's ultimate technique, Twin Needle. But with that route out of the way, we do the usual of helping Wally catch his anime waifu. And after waltzing our way through Petalburg Woods, we come across our first battle with the hero of time, Red, who we luckily can deal with handily. And during this battle, Bongzilla got the move Sludge Bomb, which is going to be bloody useful in this video. And with that taken care of, we are now in Rustboro City, home of the first gym leader, Roxanne. But before we can even think of taking her on, we are again unable to get past the first trainer in this gym. Oh, this bloody kamikaze Geodude that always manages to kill us with self-destruct. So I buggered off for our first level grind. And during the level grinding process, Beedrill learned some very useful moves. First up was X-Scissors, which is a physical bug attack with 80 attack power, which will be very handy indeed. And the second move he learned was Drill Run, a physical ground attack with 80 attack power. Yeah, this is going to help us carve through that rock gym like a hot knife through butter. And it certainly makes mincemeat out of this school kid's arsehole Geodude. You didn't need to kill yourself, I did it for you. Well, with the trainers defeated, it was time to take on the leader of this gym, Roxanne. And here's her squad. This would have been a lot harder if I didn't have access to Drill Run. And as you might expect, Bongzilla wrecks through her whole squad with the help of his new beastly move. That felt good after all the trouble rock gyms have gave me over the years. We follow up by helping the #1 fan of bestiality, Mr. Briny. And we then sail to Dewford Town, home of the fighting type gym leader, Brawly. And once we make port, I head straight into the gym and we really easily take down his whole squad, which honestly felt really great. But now we must head to the Granite Cave to once more conquer the ice floor puzzle.
You're as cold as ice. I am Cold Man. I mentioned this. I am Cold Man. I enjoy the ice!
With the ice floor mastery completed and the letter delivered to Stephen, we can now move on to Slateport City. And nothing in this city causes us any trouble, not even Archie with his 2 submissive simps. Along the way to Malville City, we again encounter no trouble and we headed straight into Watson's gym. And because of our beast move, Drill Run, another thing that would have been a challenge is easily taken down. God, this is going a little bit too smoothly. I then headed north to take down the Windstrait family because they give you the item Macho Brace. And this held item will be a great way to pump up the stats of Bongzilla for the rest of this run. Well, at least a little bit. After this, I got up to the battle that ended my Weedle Kaizo run. The battle with Red on the outskirts of Falaba Town. And at level 70, I was able to barely scrape through this battle with hardly any health left. From this point on, the difficulty really started to jump up and I was having a hell of a time getting to Meteor Falls. So I decided it was time to take Beedrill's power to its very peak. Well, that was fun. Not. And I don't know if the macho brace actually helped, but here's his stats at level 100. That might have been a bit overkill, but I was probably going to have to do it for the fight with Flannery anyway. But before that, we've got to head over to Mount Chimney for a fight with Maxi, and at our current level he poses no threat to the Bug King. With that taken care of, we head down the jagged path to Lava Ridge Town, home of Flannery, the fire-type gym leader. And some sexy G-MILF hot spring action.
Guess what? You are a G-MILF. That is a grandmother that I would like to.
Well, it is now time for the battle with Flannery, and here's her squad. It might look pretty dangerous, but it's nothing we can't handle. And the first Pokemon she sends out is Ninetales, which is obviously fine prey for Bongzilla's drill run. The next Pokemon up is the wild card Castform, who is also destroyed in a single strike by our top lad. And she then sent out Arcanine, who of course has the annoying ability Intimidate. But this did not stop Beedrill's run of terror because he still manages to kill the mutt in one shot as well. And the same went for her next Pokemon Typhlosion, who succumbs to the same fate as the rest of this squad. However, the next Pokemon Charizard puts up a bit of a fight. He actually managed to kill us a couple times with some help from some burn damage. But once I realised Sludge Bomb was the best option to deal with him, he went down in one poisonous hit. And that leaves us with her last Pokemon Blaziken, who I always thought looked like it was wearing flares.
I suppose you hate gay people too! Hippie!
And Blaziken just can't stand up to the might of Bongzilla's drill run. Wow, that was a lot easier than I was expecting. Makes a change. It is now time to head back to Petalburg City to take on...
Father!
Well, let's take on old Pup Pup. And this battle is the first gym battle in this ROM hack that turns it into a double battle for some reason. And with the help of Sleep, this squad is powerless to stop our buggy duo. They really are the Blues Brothers of our generation.
We're on a mission from God.
After this, when I was heading to Fortree City, I ran into a bug catcher that had a level 100 Weedle. Is he doing his own only Weedle run or something? After this, I cleared out the Weather Institute without much trouble and I defeated May. And then the weirdo Scott, who's been stalking us the entire game, turns up to creep on a 12-year-old once more.
Okay girl, guess what the pedophiles are up to now?
I love that Scott, the child stalker, got more time in this video than May. And we are now in Fortree City, home of the flying type gym leader Winona. Well, let's go take her on then. You probably would have thought this battle would have been tough, but it wasn't. They also made this battle a double battle for some reason, and this worked to our advantage. With the help of Sleep and Sludge Bomb, we murder this squad. This run is definitely going a lot smoother than I thought it would, but trust me, that ends here.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
And what do you know? Bongzilla can learn aerial ace, so I taught it to him for coverage. I then headed over to Mount Pyre to clear out the Team Hailstorm infestation, which then leads us to the Team Magma hideout on the Jagged Pass, which is honestly one of the most treacherous Pokemon areas I've ever encountered. There was loads of tough trainer battles throughout this cave. After every battle I would have to head to the Pokemon Center in Lava Ridge Town, and then I'd have to go down the slopes and head up the mountain lift thing again, and then after doing this 50 million times it got fucking old. But after working my way through half of this cave I got to a bit of a roadblock, and this roadblock was this Team Magma grunt. And his squad wasn't anything too annoying until he sent out this Wheezing, which used the kamikaze strategy we encountered in the first gym. No matter what I do, this bellend kills us with explosion. And sadly, even with a critical hit, I cannot dispose of this bomb in one hit. So this sent me on a quest to find a way to get past this obstacle. My first thought was to go get double team so that we could dodge out of the way of this explosion. So I went to Malville City's casino where I found out that this ROM hack has taken double team out of here for some fucking reason.
No.
I then thought that I might be able to find a move that Bongzilla could use to kill the Wheezing on a crit. So my first port of call was Fortree City, where you can pick up hidden power by guessing which hand this old lady has a coin in 3 times. And I went and tried this out on Wheezing, and it was a...
No, it's not.
At this point I was running low on ideas, but I thought maybe the department store in Lily Cove City would have Hyper Beam. But it didn't again, because they changed this as well for some fucking reason.
No.
Well, with my options dwindling, I thought I would try teaching Bongzilla the move Facade, which is a normal type move that gets powered up if you use it when you're paralysed, poisoned or burned. So I got Bongzilla burnt and tried it out, and it didn't really work that much better than the other methods. And this is because when your Pokemon is burnt, their physical attacks are halved. And I didn't know that until I wrote this script. but being burnt and having less health meant that the Weezing, instead of using Explosion, would use Fire Blast, which allowed me to get past it if I got one crit in my 2 attacks on it, which got me to their last Pokemon, Aggron, who I luckily had no trouble with because I got the kill with a critical drill run. While that was tough, I honestly thought that was going to be the end. After that I worked my way up to Maxi, and here's his squad. Oh boy, we're in for a hell of a time here, aren't we?
The things I do for love.
His first Pokemon is the mighty Tyranitar, which lowers our attack with Intimidate before we even start. And we can't actually one-shot this beast with our drill run, which is a bit of a problem because he can nearly wipe out all our health with one ancient power. So we really need to get a critical on our first attack or we're going to have issues for the rest of this battle. And the next Pokemon up is Executor, who is actually faster than us, so no matter what we do we have to take a Psychic off the bat. But even with our health torn asunder, we can still kill this cheeky git with our powerful X-Scissors. And then Maxi sends out Flygon, who might have caused us some issues, but I lucked out and got the kill with a crit. But his next Pokemon, Arcanine, is a different story, and he just so happens to have Intimidate, further lowering our attack. We do actually manage to get the jump on him speed-wise, which is very handy, but he can kill us with one Heat Wave, which leaves us pretty buggered. I did get a magic run after what felt like an eternity where I managed to actually kill the git. And then I met the true stop point of this video, Entei. There's nothing we can do to get past this absolute unit. He just kills us with ancient power every time without fail.
I'll type it for you in capital letters. It's over?
Certain points of this run, especially the end portion, made me want to jump out of a window, but I think it made for a fun video and I hope you lot enjoyed it at the very least. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment on this video because I hear those things are good for the YouTube algorithm. And I'll leave you with another question. Should I try this ROM hack again with a squad of poison lads? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, thank you for watching and I will see you later.